Hi, and welcome to Cenario, your partner in mental wellness. Here on our channel, we share educational, insightful, and science-backed content to help you understand your mental health and take meaningful steps toward a more balanced life. If you're ready to learn, grow, and take control of your wellness journey, let's jump right in.
Self-doubt. It's that nagging little voice in your head, the one that holds you back and makes you question everything. It's a super common struggle, but here's the good news. It is not a life sentence. In this explainer, we're going to break down how to understand that voice, and more importantly, how to build some real, lasting confidence. Let's get into it. Have you ever had one of those moments? You get a promotion, you finish a huge project, and instead of feeling proud, you just feel like a fraud? Like any second, someone's going to tap you on the shoulder and say, "We know you have no idea what you're doing." Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you are so not alone. This is one of the classic ways self-doubt shows up. So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to define what self-doubt actually is and dig into where it comes from. Then, we'll look at how therapy can be a massive help. We'll stock up your own therapeutic toolkit with real strategies, and we'll wrap up with daily habits you can start using right away to build that confidence.
Okay, first things first. If you want to overcome something, you've got to understand it, right? So let's get to know this inner critic we call self-doubt. What is it really?
When you boil it all down, self-doubt is basically the gap between what you are absolutely capable of doing and what you believe you can do. And it's not just a passing mood, It's this persistent little voice that's always questioning if you've got what it takes. And this is what it actually looks like in real life. It's that constant second-guessing, rereading that email for the 10th time. It's that paralyzing fear of failure or rejection. It's that imposter feeling we just talked about. But here's the really crucial one. It makes you dodge opportunities, keeping you stuck right where you are. Okay, so we get what it is, but where in the world does this stuff come from? Let's jump into our next section and trace back the roots of these insecurities. This really lays it all out, doesn't it? A lot of this starts way back. Maybe you had critical caregivers, or you went through some tough stuff like bullying. Those experiences can plant these deep-seated beliefs that maybe we're just not good enough. And then, bam, fast forward to today, and those old feelings get supercharged by things like perfectionism, the endless comparison we do on social media, and imposter syndrome. So if this stuff is rooted so deep, how do you even start to change it? Well, this is where getting some professional support can be a total game changer. Let's look at how therapy can create that space for real, meaningful change. And this is the real magic of therapy. It gives you this unique environment, a totally safe, completely non-judgmental space where you can finally unpack where all these feelings came from. It's not about being told you're wrong. It's about having a guide to help you understand and start reframing those old thought patterns for yourself. And hey, there's not just one path. Look at this. There are a bunch of evidence-based ways to tackle this. We're about to dive deep into cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, but there are other awesome methods, like narrative therapy, which is all about rewriting the stories you tell yourself. The point is, there are options, and you can find one that really works for you. So let's get practical. What does this work actually look like? It's time to open up our therapeutic toolkit and check out one of the most effective, well-researched strategies out there. Meet cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This is kind of the gold standard, backed by heavy hitters like the American Psychological Association. The whole goal of CBT is to turn you into a detective of your own mind, helping you catch those automatic negative thoughts in the act, and then actively change the script. And the main process here, called cognitive restructuring, is actually pretty simple. Step 1, just identify the thought, catch it. Step 2, challenge it. Ask yourself, hey, is that thought 100% true? Where's the proof? And step 3, you replace it. Not with some fake, overly positive fluff, but with a more balanced, realistic thought. And here is a perfect example of what that looks like. That automatic thought might scream, "I'm a failure." It's so absolute, so harsh. But using this process, you can shift it to, okay, I didn't succeed this time, but I learned something. Can you feel the difference? It's not about denying reality. It's about not letting one setback define your entire identity. That shift is everything. All right, let's bring this all home. How can you take these powerful ideas and weave them into your everyday life to start building confidence brick by brick, starting right now? Here's a great one. Keep a success journal. Seriously. Our brains are basically wired with a negativity bias. We always remember what went wrong. A success journal flips that script. By taking just a minute or two each day to jot down your wins, no matter how small, you are literally retraining your brain to see your own competence. Another fantastic tool is visualization. You know who does this all the time? Pro athletes, musicians, all the top performers. Before a big presentation or a tough conversation, just take a moment, close your eyes, and mentally rehearse it going well. This practice actually builds pathways in your brain that make you feel way more prepared when the real moment arrives. Affirmations can be super effective, but here's the trick. They have to be believable to you. If saying, "I am fearless," makes your brain go, "Yeah, right," then it's not going to work. Try something more grounded, like, "I am capable of handling challenges." Find phrases that feel genuinely supportive. And finally, this one's huge. Curate your environment. Self-doubt loves isolation. It thrives in the dark. So you have to actively choose to surround yourself with people who see your strengths and reflect them back to you. Their support is a powerful antidote to that inner critic. And as you're doing all this work, please remember this. The goal is not perfection. It's not about completely eliminating self-doubt forever. That's impossible. The real goal is to build self-trust and to focus on growth, so that when doubt does pop up, you know how to handle it instead of letting it handle you. So when is it time to maybe get some extra support? Well, here are the signs to look for. If self-doubt is consistently getting in the way of your work or your relationships, if it's leading to anxiety or depression, if it's making you turn down important opportunities, or if it just feels constant and overwhelming, that's a really clear sign that reaching out could make a huge difference. The most important thing to take away from all of this is that you do not have to figure this out by yourself. Help is out there. A fantastic place to start is the APA's Psychologist Locator tool. It's a great resource for finding qualified professionals near you. Taking that first step is a massive sign of strength. At the end of the day, self-doubt is just a story. It's a story your brain learned to tell itself, probably based on some really old, outdated evidence. But here's the thing about stories. They can be rewritten, and you're the author. So the question I want to leave you with is this. What new, more powerful story are you ready to start writing for yourself?
Thank you for watching Cenario. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For personalized mental wellness supplements, visit Cenario.com. See you in the next one.